Hi, garden rebels. Hey, I want to give you an update on particular plants that you might be missing. Reason why I want to point these out is because I see these on the tables and I think, oh my gosh, if you just would know about the incredible particular qualities about this plant, you just go nuts if you knew. And so I want to show you some things, but even more so, some things that I really like, but even more so on how to use them, because it's fun to look at things, but let me show you how to use them. Now, right here, of course, I've got a geranium, right? This is what you think of as a geranium. And by the way, small little point, if you have geraniums and the blooms go bad, take a look at that, the blooms start to go bad. What I do is I take that stalk of bloom, this is just right, I don't know if you can see because I'm hidden. You can see that stalk of bloom, I take it back and clip off the entire bloom, right? So if the blooms go bad, clip off the blooms, because what that does is encourage the new blooms to grow. But that's not what I want to even really talk about. Lonely geranium, here's something you might be missing. It's what we call a fancy leaf geranium, and this is how you see it on the table. No color, but a lot of foliage color. This one here is called Mrs. Pollock. Take a look at that. Isn't that amazing? That just the leaf, the design on the leaf, and there's lots of different colors on that. So keep an eye out for fancy leaf geraniums. They're a little bit different. They do come up with that bloom on them, and generally they're in that reddish orange color range. You don't want to buy these based on that bloom color. You're really looking for that foliage color, and there's some neat ones on that. So I'm going to show you in a moment how to use a fancy leaf geraniums. Another plant I want you to take a look at. This is a sedum right here. Isn't that amazing? I'll show it to you. You gotta see all the intricacies of that. It's just, let's see. Let's go like this, shall we say? See, there you go. You see the intricacies of that. It's just that really a fine foliage, and this one's called Sedum Fine Gold. And look how bright of golden yellow that is. So we've got those two. So that's on the yellow table, and the fancy leaf geraniums are on the yellow table as well. Well, now that you know about them, what do you do about it? I'm going to show you. Can't wait for you to see. Hold on. Take a look at this guy. Just an old box, right? An old crate. You see that? Just an old carrying crate. And here's what you can do. Get this position just right. So there's that fancy leaf geranium, Mrs. Pollock. There's the fine gold sedum. You see how that makes the others just stand out? There's a contrast going on. It makes the greens greener and makes the foliage stand out even more. So just a helpful hint. Take this foliage and then contrast it out with some other plants. By the way, there's the lonely geranium right there as well. And some verbena right there. And some citronella too. This is another one that I'll talk about later. It's another kind of a hidden gem. So anyway, Mrs. Pollock, geranium, fancy leaf geranium, fine gold sedum. Guys, that's the show for the day. Always live your passion.